Welcome to the Ceramic Studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make this charcuterie board. First, start with your choice of clay. Roll it through the slab roller at about 3/8 inch or 1/2 inch, or you can use a rolling pin. Once you have your slab, cut it to your desired size and shape. Allow it to dry to leather hard and then apply glaze or underglaze. Make sure you have at least 2 to 3 coats to make sure that the color is solid. Once you have it fully covered, then you can go on to your design. I like to trace the actual shape of the charcuterie board and draw the design on a piece of paper, and then start transferring that design onto the actual clay. I enjoy freehanding the carving onto the clay, but if you'd like to, you can just take your paper, put it on top of your clay, trace the design, and then it'll actually indent onto your clay. And then at that point, you can carve the indentation of the design. As I'm carving, I keep looking back at my reference drawing. You don't have to follow the drawing exactly. It's more of a guide, really. I actually enjoy, as I'm carving, to take a few different liberties and add some different ideas into the drawing that I'm actually putting onto the clay. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's fine. You can follow your drawing exactly. One other little tip is, if you feel like it, you can actually print out a design and like a clip art or something like that if you don't feel comfortable drawing. And again, place a printed paper on top of your clay and then just draw right over that paper. It'll show the image underneath the paper, and then you can kind of see a little bit of an indent and then sgraffito it from there. Now, right now, I'm just sgraffitoing the design onto the clay. As you just saw, I like to take just a dry paintbrush and brush off the crumbs. I keep looking back at my reference photo to make sure that I'm following the design approximately. All right, now, this is the fun part. This is Sgraffito 2.0. So the design's been carved, it's been sgraffitoed into the clay, and now I am taking a wider sgraffito tool and I'm taking away all of the space around the carved designs. Now I'm following, because this is a koi pond, I am following the way that the water would naturally flow around the fish. I'm also leaving what's called sgraffito noise on my piece, which is basically, you'll see little tiny pieces of clay that I have not carved away, but this is just adding texture. It's also showing, for this piece, the direction of the water flow. Now, you may have a different piece that you don't have the water concept in, and maybe you want to add a little bit different type of carving. Here is the completed carved piece. And as you see, I've really been mindful of adding that water flow. Here's a couple other pieces I also created to go with my charcuterie board. Allow your pieces to fully dry, and then it's off to the kiln for the bisque fire. Once the bisque fire is done, it is time to add a clear coat of glaze onto your piece. Make sure you put 2 to 3 layers of clear coat and get all of the little tiny grooves, so that way it'll be completely waterproof for whatever you put onto your charcuterie board. Once it's dried, it's time to go back to the kiln. Fire it according to the temperature that is required by the glaze that you've used. And here is the final piece. This has been a super fun project, and I hope you really enjoy creating your charcuterie board and its design. Have fun, be creative with it, and see where your imagination can take you. It's also delightful to make accessory pieces like this bowl to hold other charcuterie items. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.